Hi everyone, so how to use MetaboScape and export data from it. So first, you've been connecting to the Raphael computer already and accessing its main screen on your session. Open MetaboScape 5.0 and click on Login. No password is needed here. So here is the main page. You can see that everything is empty because we need first to upload a project. So once you've run your experiment with Variance, it usually creates a bucket table which summarizes the different samples and your treatments. But if it's not created, you can always create one by clicking on New Bucket Table. Here we're going to use one that is already created. So click on Open Bucket Table. It can take quite some time for large experiments. So now the table is loaded. We can see different windows on the screen. We are going to start with this one, which summarizes the different samples that you have on your bucket table and also the number of features in each of the samples. So here we have a blank, standards, and QC, plus all the different samples of my experiment. We can use this first window to make a first filtering step. So for example, if I click on the blank here, okay, 1 minute for the software to respond. So once the blank is selected, you can right click on it and then use this function, exclude buckets from selected analysis, in which you can exclude the features that respond to a certain ratio of signal to noise. So the default value is 3, but the higher the value, the more stringent the filtering. And what this will do is find all the features that are respond to this ratio, and then flag them with a red flag. So this will show in a column later. If I click on OK, you can see that the red flags appear here on this window. So this window actually summarizes all the features and the samples that you have. You can see here an histogram that is the abundance of the feature in your different samples. If I click on a random feature, for example this one, you can see the flag status of it, and here you can see a PCA plot of this feature across your sample, a box plot, just a quick visualization. On the bottom, you have a PCA of your whole sample and features. You can choose the different principal components percentage, and also visualize the loadings. Another filtering that you can do is based on the QC. So the QC are the pooled samples. They represent all the features that are all the samples that you've run in the MS. So usually you take like a few microliters of each of the sample and put them into one vial. So we can use this for filtering because the features that, for example, will appear in one sample, one QC sample and not the other, might be not interesting, because then it is likely a contamination or something that is not representing your experiment. So you can right click again and click on Extrude buckets based on the coefficient of variance. And here you can select the coefficient of variance that you want to use. The default value is 20, and then use a blue flag for it, for example. Click on OK, and then you see that your features here are tagged with a blue flag. Now, for exporting this table, there is two ways. The first and easiest way is to click on Export to CSV. Then wait a little bit for the software to load. Then you can add all your samples. Click on Next. Add all your features. Click on Next, and then you can select the sample attributes that you want. I'm going to add everything, and then include the retention time, the mass, the name, and the molecular formula. And then, of course, you need to find a place where to save your table here, and then click on Finish. This is very fast, but there is an issue with this technique, is that the flags are not included in the final table. So if you want to keep this flag information, you can simply Control A on all the feature to select them all. This will also take a bit of time. Then Control C to copy them. And finally, open a new Excel sheet and paste the features. Oops. It is still copying. There is 14,000 features, so it's quite a large table in the end. Yeah, seems copied. And here you have your table. Next is going to be the table transformation and making it tidy for further analysis. So here you are.